Welcome back as we continue the Monday edition of The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know, over the weekend, NBC affiliate here did a big workshop about hurricanes and hurricane preparedness. It really is that time of the year, and in recent years, we've been reminded how powerful those hurricanes can be. We've got Brian Spitz on. He's on every week talking about what's happening out there in the investment real estate front, and he's giving a lot of great advice to people in a lot of different areas when it comes to home ownership. And he's got a guest for us today. But Brian, before you introduce your guest, why don't you tell us more about BigStateHomeBuyers.com?
Sure, Kevin. Big State Home Buyers is a company that offers seamless real estate transaction services for both buyers and investors and sellers. What we do is we reach out to people who want to sell their house with no hassle. They don't want to list it or have listed it, you know, inherited it for a myriad of reasons. People come to us and we provide just a seamless transaction. We contract it, we pay cash, we close fast, and let our sellers move on with their lives. We also provide investment property to various investors throughout the Houston and Texas area, and we provide discounted properties for people who want to renovate them, keep them as rentals, or sell them off as flips. Very good. Introduce your guest today. Today I brought an insurance agent that I actually use myself with Benchmark Insurance, Haitham Foty. And what I wanted to talk about a little bit today is, you know, with hurricane season coming, how important it is to buy flood insurance policies, both as, you know, sellers and investors, and also wanted to hear a little bit about his company and what kind of policies he would recommend people buy.
Brian, Kevin, thank you for having me. My name is Haitham. I'm with Benchmark Insurance Group. We're a specialty agency. We specialize in home, auto, life, health, commercial, the works. And what we do is we really try to, you know, conquer all the needs of an insured, of a seller or a buyer, make sure we maximize on their savings, have a staff of over 15, 20 agents. So, you know, the turnover time is less than a day. And claims consulting. The biggest thing about our agency is that we assist our clients on claims, where most agents, they hand you a 1-800 number and basically tell you good luck. We're a bit more hands-on. You know, we go through the assessments, the loss assessments, and make sure that, you know, you're properly taken care of in that claim.
Yeah, that's great. Tell us a little bit, do you work primarily with residential situations or businesses as well? Kind of tell us how your business is divvied up.
We geared towards more for residential. We do have a lot of commercial as well, but mostly residential. I would say 70-30.
Yeah, and when it comes to the hurricane season, what do you think people should be looking at in terms of buying types of policies they should be looking at?
Basically, you know, there's three types of policies to look for. HOA, I don't know if anyone's familiar, but you need to run for the hills. It basically covers 7 to 10 different risks: fire, water, wind and hail, lightning. What your agent won't tell you is that it does not cover consequential loss. So he's like, yeah, you're covered for fire and water, but if both were to happen at the same time, because if you have a fire, obviously the fire station's coming out to spray your house down, you're only covered for one of those damages. So consequential loss is not covered on HOAs. Also, they're only covered at actual cash value, which is a depreciated value. So if you have a total loss, you know, they're depreciating, you know, 2% for each year that your roof was installed. So if your roof is 20 years old, you know, that's 40% depreciated. You're only getting $6,000 on an average of a $10,000 roof, which means you're coming out of pocket to repair.
Yeah. Go ahead.
There's also I'm sorry.
Yeah, Brian, your next question?
Sure. Well, you know, I buy insurance lately. I've bought it from Benchmark for some of the investment properties that I own, one for a tenant-occupied property and one for a property that we're currently renovating. And I just wanted to point out that, yeah, they do have next to immediate turnaround. I've gotten, you know, 4, 5, 6 different options. They answer all my questions quickly. I'm really pleased with working with your insurance company. So other than those kind of hurricane insurance policies, what other kind of policies do you think people should be looking at?
I would suggest going with the HOB or an HO3. These are replacement cost policies. Basically, there's not a depreciated value. It covers consequential loss, covers the primary cause and the secondary cause of loss. And the company's not listing what they're not going to cover. They're only listing the exclusions, which is really good. It really protects the client, you know, in a claims process. And if, you know, there's a faulty claims process, then it really helps you in litigation. So HO3 is by far one of the best policies out there, all risk, something to look for when purchasing or selling a home as well.
Yeah, I want to make sure we get your website in. Can you share that for us real quick?
Yes, I'm at www.insuretxonline.com.
Great. Go ahead there, Brian.
Yeah, I mean, my experience, insurance is a tricky business. It's hard to really, for the layperson to know what they're really covered for and what they're not. And, one of the things that I'm not sure people realize is that insurance is one of the largest costs you have in your life, between homeowners insurance, health insurance, life insurance, water insurance, anything, you're always paying for something that you hope never happens. And in my business, I run into a lot of sellers who either didn't have insurance when, we were in business when Hurricane Ike came. And so a lot of people had total losses when they didn't have insurance. And then other people had insurance and they decided to take the money from those insurance claims and then sell the property off as is. So, it's really important to make sure that your assets are covered. And I've seen a lot of results of what happens when people don't cover themselves.
Yeah, no question about it. So, beyond that, making sure that you have the right policies, what other things do you suggest people do in terms of preparing for, for the hurricane season?
Make sure that your agent is experienced. Some of the newer agents, we're getting 40,000 new agents a year. A lot of things can slip through the cracks, something that they haven't experienced. So finding a seasoned agent would definitely help. Prior to a hurricane, some of the things that I would suggest is, boarding up your windows is imperative. Tarping your roof, maybe, depending on the category of the hurricane itself. Sandbags if need be. Trimming all your tree shrubs is huge. This prevents a lot of roof damage, a lot of siding damage. During a hurricane, there's a lot of debris flying and falling objects. Just some of the things that are, also take an inventory of everything in your house.
All right. I need to wrap it up. Great topic, though. This is really, I think, crucial. I want to encourage you to check out, our guest website. Haitham, again, give that website out for people.
That's www.insuretxonline.com.
InsureTXOnline.com. And, of course, we always want to encourage you to check out BigStateHomebuyers.com. While there, you also want to check the investment page to see what kind of inventory they have. And thanks to both of you. I think it's very timely. Obviously, it's that time of the year.
Thank you so much.
I hope we have a relatively mild hurricane season, but by all means, be prepared. All right, when we come back, we're going to have more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.